Most of us think that all of Europe's countries are costly. On the other end of the spectrum, there are several European countries that are underappreciated. Countries that are not just accessible but also economical, yet also stunningly lovely. Europe's lesser-known countries have a lot to offer. From a little something for everyone, imaginative castles and major gastronomy destinations, journeys to remote beaches. In addition to the nations named in their average monthly living expenses, let's look at the list. Here are 15 inexpensive and affordable European countries that are underappreciated. Slovakia is ranked 15th. Slovakia is a tiny Central European country. Europe, which was once a part of Czechoslovakia, Republic has recently gained popularity among international students, due of its affordability, digital nomads. In terms of economic quality of life, it is thriving in terms of development. When it comes to natural and organic, it has an extraordinarily diverse cultural heritage, as well as the average monthly cost. The cost of living in Slovakia is pretty balanced, with an average monthly salary of around $800 and a monthly rent of approximately $400 for a one-bedroom apartment. The population of this country hardly reaches 1 million. Last but not least, the Slovak people are quite friendly. You can be hospitable and quite helpful. Croatia is ranked 14th. Despite the fact that Croatia is not as underestimated as other European countries, as other countries have pointed out, favorable property prices in Portugal, the availability of beautiful settings, it has become a popular destination for uninhabited islands, a popular destination for those wishing to live or work, could retreat to its sun-drenched beaches. The majority of those who relocated to Croatia choose to live in Zagreb, the capital, or however, due to the expansion of Dubrovnik, more and more of the tourism industry, you probably want to make at least €650 per month in order to have a social life, a decent apartment, and get by without any debts or loans. But €750–800 a month would allow you to live more comfortably. People relocate to Croatia to start businesses. Lithuania, number 13. Lithuania is known for its dense forests, clean rivers and magnificent valleys, from mainland Europe to the Mediterranean. While the country still trails below, its quality of life lags behind economically, is still very costly, not to mention the cost of in comparison to other countries. Living costs are extremely inexpensive. When it comes to Western European countries, when it comes to lodging, its cities, residential blocks from the Soviet era, while separate dwellings are available, a distance from major centers with very little traffic, reasonable prices. The cost of living in Lithuania is inexpensive, and the average international student spends around €300–900 per month. Lithuanian healthcare is also excellent, one among the most cost-effective in Europe. The country offers free medical services, including all ambulatory services. The only disadvantage of living in is that this country has an average climate. The average temperature in the summer is temperature 19 degrees C. Latvia is ranked 12. Latvia is yet another Baltic country. Lithuania and Latvia border northern Europe. Estonia, like Lithuania, was afflicted, but has long been under communist authority, survived that, and it has recently soared into the digital nomad's radar. Overall, it's a fantastic location for young people. It has a thriving creative scene, good art galleries and museums, lively nightlife, and unspoilt natural surroundings. As a country in which to establish a business, it is best. Recently, the government declared there are various advantages for foreigners who want to live in the United States. Put money into the country. In Latvia, rent is normally counted as a cost separate from living expenses. This means that the average cost of living for one person is roughly $620–725 per month. Serbia is ranked 11th. Serbia is hardly the most traditional country. Outsiders, but it is also an attraction for locals. The cultural centers of Novi Sad offer nightlife and other cultural activities. Apart from English, there are many places. Thanks to its popularity across the country, while the tourism industry is expanding, the cost of living in Serbia is $712. The healthcare system is solid, allowing individuals who residing in the country for the purpose of living, in terms of health problems, worry-free. Another reason is because of foreigners can start a company. It also benefits from its strategic location and excellent climate. Romania is ranked 10th. Romania is both inexpensive and attractive. It is an underappreciated Balkan country. Nice people and natural beauty. It has a high quality of life. Possibility of relocating to Europe. It's ideal for digital nomads and distant employees. Has a 4-season continental climate. Different seasons, such as mild springs, bright summers and cold autumns. Winters. In its biggest cities, the average person is around approximately $1,000, accommodation will most likely be the case. Romania's largest expenditure. Overall, it provides a diverse selection of outdoor activities, fascinating spots to visit, fantastic cultural sites and gastronomy, possibilities and the opportunity to learn, a crossroads between Eastern and Western cultures, Western civilizations. Bulgaria is ranked 9th. Bulgaria has progressed. It is one of the most affordable European destinations, if not the best overall value countries. Each person in the country is approximately. It is currently worth roughly $950. Bulgaria, for example, could benefit from a move since they will no longer be reliant on the local economy to give them a source of income. The country is also becoming well known for its fancy hotels and lengthy sandy beaches, sunny beach resorts or golden sands, Varna beaches, where nomads flock every year. Montenegro is ranked number 8. It is a perfect country to live in for some. It boasts breathtaking landscapes, beaches and breathtaking mountain views to discover the countryside, especially given the low cost of living, adequate healthcare in a booming economy, the system, as well as a burgeoning tourism industry. It's an excellent spot for retirees because, well, you can live a very comfortable life. For as little as $900 a month including rent, you can live comfortably. By Western standards, Montenegro is inexpensive. North Macedonia, number 7. The republic is located in Southeast Europe. North Macedonia is encircled by beautiful rivers and lush scenery. It's a very specialized area. Europe's most undervalued country, but excellent economic growth. Opportunities in agriculture and trade are many. Appealing to foreign investors contrasted to the rest of the business community. The cost of living in Europe is relatively low, according to the earnings in North Macedonia is likewise significantly less expensive. The cost of living in North Macedonia is $555. Furthermore, taxation is much lower. Many other European countries, so if you're interested, you're used to paying more taxes. Then there's the fair taxation in Macedonia. Albania is ranked 6th. The western border of North Macedonia is Albania. It is a large country with a lengthy history. Opposite the coast of the Adriatic Sea, Albania has young, vibrant cities. The natural setting is breathtakingly gorgeous and persons who are highly open and friendly. Everything at an unbeatable price. Other parts of the continent. The government has been working diligently to rehabilitate the economy of the country. In the previous 4 years of global image, a large number of international investors have purchased property near the seaside because on the flip side, the prices are very low. The average cost of living in Albania is $608. The country's public services are outdated, despite the efforts of the Albanian government in recent years, continues to be plagued by rising crime. For many, though, the wonderful landscape and pleasant weather are sufficient to compensate for much of the country's shortcomings. Kosovo, number 5. Kosovo has a long and difficult history. However, the young Balkan country, in which the economy grew steadily, it's become a partially recognized phenomenon in recent years. It's an open country, and it's, because of its reliance on remittances, help improve their standard of living as well as the national average cost of living. The cost of living in this country is quite low. With a monthly budget here comfortably, an additional $800, it is a multicultural country with a diverse population. On top of that, ethnic groups live together. All of these European Union citizens and North America can stay here for up to a year, without a permit for up to 90 days. Georgia is ranked 4th. Georgia is a country that spans continents. The meeting of Eastern and Western Europe. Western Asia is a technically advanced country. Although it is in Asia, this country might be classified as either European or Asian, depending on the definition you use. The main reasons why individuals relocate to the wonderful nature of this country: warm climate and tax incentives. The low cost of living is undeniable. A single person estimated monthly costs are $482 without rent. The capital city of a country is frequently visited. Tbilisi is a bustling metropolis with greater options and opportunities for everyone, its residents, tourists, and expats community. Moldova is ranked 3rd. Moldova is one of the least visited countries in Europe. It is a little country in the world, a country sandwiched between Ukraine and Russia. There are few foreign nationals in Romania, the majority of whom are made up of individuals employed by non-governmental organizations, NGOs, and embassies. This is the first time it has appeared on this list. A single person for the low cost of living. Individuals can easily live here, with a monthly budget of $700. If you're a digital nomad, however, to visit a pristine off-the-beaten-path location, Moldova could be a good option. Suitable location for you. Belarus is ranked second. Belarus is one of the least explored countries in the world. It provides residents with countries in Europe, a pretty ordinary standard of living, natural wonders, and a thriving cultural scene. Locations with cheap living costs. One of the main attractions for many Belarus is attracting digital nomads. The country's average cost of living is approximately $650, even if you opted to live in one of the country's largest cities. On the other hand, it does have its disadvantages. For example, it has a few people support authoritarian rule. Compare the advantages and disadvantages of living in before making the decision. Bosnia and Herzegovina is ranked first. Bosnia is the name given to this country. Beautiful natural scenery abounds in this country. Beautiful medieval architecture. The cost of living here, historical locations, is extremely low by international standards. Food and transportation costs are extremely low, and even lodging is well known to be. A single individual can live comfortably with a monthly salary in this country, $650 budget. Furthermore, English is extensively spoken throughout the country. Some people learn it as a second language. At school, it was said that those who do you want to relocate here? A fantastic way of life with enough to see, and the country has a reputation for people and magnificent mountain scenery. So these were the top 15 cheap countries to live in Europe. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. Please hit the like button if you find this useful. And if you haven't already, subscribe.